BP foam balls. My personal bat, my Bob, as you guys know, Bob. This is the original one that Jeff and Leslie sent me. Short Porch sent me. As of last night, after hitting our live, as you can see, there's not a mark on it. It's all cleaned up. 1,630 cuts. Compression tested this afternoon when I got home from work. 175. Guys, and that's BP, and I'm not the only one that's hit this. Brandon Murray's hit this. Dennis Julin's hit it. Gary Walker's hit it. I think even Rachel took a couple of cuts with it. Everybody's hit this thing. 1,630 cuts. That's amazing. Amazing for a senior bat. Definitely got your money's worth. Just also, the one we also been hitting and conditioning, Blackout X. You know, my third favorite bat of all time. This thing has 900 cuts on it, tested at 180 on one side and 175 on the other. She is ridiculous, and you can see there's nothing in it. It's a gorgeous bat. There's a couple little ball marks, nothing major. Then you get to this. We all know, if you guys haven't hit this bat, this balanced wig popper Sunshine is insane. We have exactly 950 cuts on this thing now, 175, 180 on the other side. So short porch side's 180, on the opposite side 175. I mean, conditioning your bats, guys, that is the key to getting longevity out of your bat. Don't go out there and hit those other balls that are hard right out of the get-go off a tee that just don't work. We're getting, I mean, this is just 3 of probably 12 bats that I have. Rachel's got some on her wall that she's even conditioned. We're getting maximum cuts out of these things. And for, you know, an average Joe bat speed guy like myself, I mean, yeah, just recently I've really kind of moved more into the 85 plus area. I know I still say I'm low bat speed, but yeah, I do have my 75 days. For the most part, I'm 85 to 90. Dennis June will tell you, ask him. And he yells at me all the time every time I say I'm a low bat speed guy. But just goes to show you, you know, we're hitting short porch mortars, 52 375s. I'm hitting jokers. Those are 52 700s, guys. I'm not going to kid you. You get about 6 to 10 more miles an hour on your ball, but you know, it's loud. it's ear piercing. And then I have a few. I think I have a couple of dozen 44 375s as well. As you guys know, when we do our lives, we tell everybody what balls we're hitting. We'll even ask when the guy throws the ball, what ball was that? Because, you know, it sounded different or whatnot. You guys just, I want you guys to condition your bats. Really trust me. BP balls. Anybody in Northwest right now, this whole week's been 30 to 55 today. I think actually we topped out at 57, but it's cold. You shouldn't be hitting any kind of balls. Again, Rachel and I tested when I was down in Sacramento just recently, and we had a brand new bat, new in wrapper. We actually hit it with the wrapper on it. Hit it without the wrapper with the foam balls. Compression didn't change. It just goes to show you. And she hit it and I hit it. Did not change. The compression stayed the same. 205 on an OG blackout. I just want you guys to know we are putting the work in. We are testing these things. I know Alan Hancock and those guys, they do the same thing. I know Dave does it. There's a few other reps out there. Todd Cox, he's hitting them like that. Todd hits 44 375s, guys. He doesn't kid you. He hits what he hits. And he's still getting decent cuts out of his balls or his bats. Just, you know, just do it. I mean, again, keep hitting up the West Coast page. You guys are doing well. We're getting blown up phone calls and text messages daily. We greatly appreciate it. The team is doing well. I don't think we've had a bad customer yet, you know, response from everybody. We've had a lot of guys reaching out, a lot of guys asking questions, a lot of reps asking questions. We are doing what we need to do to educate the best we can on the West Coast. And that's why Rachel and I created this page, this podcast, and then the West Coast was for education. If you need anything from us, please don't hesitate. Reach out to the West Coast page. Send us a message. We got you. We have some people.
Dave, to answer your question real quick. Sorry, Bob, to cut you off.
Yeah.
Dave, your bat gets here tomorrow. So it is on the way. So I will be here tomorrow. And I know Bob's is on the way.
Yeah. It was supposed to be sent 3-day or 2-day or whatever, but somehow it got sent ground by mistake. And it's been busy there at Short Porch, so I'm not going to see it for 10 to 14 days. Unfortunately. So am
He'll
I
be down
scared?
here.
Yeah.
So before Cage gets on, we're gonna go into that real quick. So this Saturday, Long Haul Bombers here in Lathrop, California, which is just a couple days or a couple hours from Sacramento, or an hour or so.
Yep.
So Brandon Murray will be here. I'm not sure if Murray Williams will be out here or not.
Yeah, Murray's going to be here, confirmed. I talked to him yesterday. Or
So
actually, I talked to Brandon. Brandon said he was going to be here. Let me say it that way.
And then Bob's going to be hitting in it. So
out of my comfort zone, guys. We've been working on it.
Hey, you know, it's going to be a good time. He's definitely out of his comfort zone. He's not used to it. So, and I'm going to be pitching to him. So I'll be my debut for pitching in a home run derby. So if anybody's in the Sacramento or Northern California area, or even further, and they want to drive up, it's going to be a huge event, and it's going to be a good time. So
we're going to be live down on the ground floor. We're going to have Teresa live with our camera, with our iPads going live for us on the West Coast page.
Yeah, West Coast page or our pages, something like that, and then we'll share. You know,
JBI will be there. He'll be live as well. I don't know if he's competing or not, but
I don't think
he's younger.
Competing. So I think he's just there for everything else, and to see everybody and that kind of stuff. But I think we should have a good turnout. If you still want to sign up, I think there's still time to sign up.
Actually, I think you can sign up while you're there, according to what I logged into last night to see.
Yeah, I know there's a food truck that'll be out there. I think it's a $10 gate fee for anybody coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, Dave, we're going to get as much video as possible on everything. So as long as they don't kick me off the field level, I'll be down there trying to get tons of video of Murray, of Brandon, of
Dave.
Bob.
If you can get me your bat and send me a 26.5, send it to Rachel so I can hit it. I'll hit it there. We'll test the hell out of it in that home run derby.
Yeah,
that was my game plan.
Supposedly, what they're throwing launch 650s. I haven't looked at the dimensions of the field, but I think it's what
330 in left, 330 in right, 405 in center. So
it'll be a good little poke, but it'll be a good time. And it's it's a baseball field.
Yeah.
And it's not a minor league field. So, but I think it might be an independent ball type field. I don't know if they have an independent team there. So it's a nice facility from what I Googled and looked at everything. So, and it could be chilly. I think it's going to probably be in the mid 50s is my guess. And it should be an all-day event from what we know.
Yep. So, well, we'll definitely be live. We'll be live with the Bob. That's for sure.
Yeah. So I know he's bringing down several bats so he can decide which one for sure to swing.
Yep. I'm going to bring down my gamer, my Bob gamer, the Blackout X, and probably Brandon Murray's purple Bayou.
Okay. And not going to bring Sunshine down?
I'm still on the fence. It's either that or I'm going to grab your Platano Power that's there.
Yeah, the one that
mine's still at 200 and yours is at 175.
Yeah, it's that one right there. So I changed my wall this week. If anybody can guess the theme, I might send you something.
Dave.
Nope. Well, I mean, there are several Dave bats up there, but there is a theme. So first person to guess a theme, I might send you something up there. And no, Cage and Bob can't play.
Come on, cheating.
No.
I want a shirt or a hat.
No. So we'll see if anybody can guess what this week's theme is on the bat wall. So
what I miss?
Oh, Capri just got it. They're all signature bats.
Mine's not. Hey, don't put mine up there. I'm not a signature player. I won that.
I don't know. Cage, is he a signature player?
My face. And he has to bring out the glove right off the bat.
What?
I love it. I freaking love it.
So for everybody who doesn't know, Cage Kessler, he is works for Short Porch and designs all the gloves. So that was the first thing we wanted to talk about tonight. So talk about the gloves. How many have you designed so far?
Oh, over the last couple months, I've pumped out probably somewhere around the 500, 400 to 500 mark. Um, it's been crazy on gloves. I have a hard time trying to catch up with all the custom requests and trying to keep gloves in stock.
So that was another question. Is so you guys, so you're stocking gloves and you're making custom gloves, both.
Correct.
Okay, that's awesome. How long does it take? Like, and what's the process for the custom glove?
So the process for the custom glove is, just kind of get with the customer, um, go over what they're looking for, kind of give them a design, and then obviously take payment, and then from there it's about a 7 week turnaround.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Mm-mm.
Now, um, for you, for the company that you're going through, do they offer a break-in service? Because I know a lot of people are always asking about
I
that kind of
can.
stuff.
I can do a harder kip, which is about what we call a 90%. That's the way I prefer it. That way you can shape the glove better how you like it versus a softer, more game ready kit, which is what we call a 50%. A 50% is just a softer version of that kip. It's the same leather overall, but it just comes a little softer and easier to break in.
Nice. I know
Yeah,
I
for old
won
guys
one
like
in
me.
one of the raffles and just played with it a little bit this weekend, and it
You,
was
you essentially got the same glove as this, just the Christmas edition.
yep. And so I mean it's stiff, but it's starting to work its way in, and it's just going to take a little bit of time, and it'll get right there, right exactly how you want it.
Yeah, and that's the way I prefer it. It's that stiffer tip, you know, just so you can be able to shape the glove how you prefer it.
Okay, question I actually had some girls ask this weekend when they saw mine. So, can you make the wrist part smaller for the girls that have really small wrists and hands, or
On
tighter?
the wrist part, you have laces here
Mm-hmm.
that you can tighten. That's pretty much the same for any glove,
Gotcha.
but you can take them out and pull them tighter. Jose Nunez is very good at glove break-ins and being able to do things like that.
Because that's one of the questions that I got when a lot of the girls saw my glove. They're like, okay, wait, like, what if us a small hand or our small wrist girls, we don't want the glove just falling off? So,
Yeah, I can definitely get with Jose, but that shouldn't be no problem.
okay.
Anthony asked if that was his glove.
Anthony, this glove is not a lefty. If you want it in your minority way, I will I will order it for you. You and
So,
Bob.
He's like, "Is that mine?"
so how do you come up with some of your designs?
That's kind of just me sitting around, late at night like I did last night. I ordered some stock gloves last night, and it's just kind of whatever pops to mind. Same kind of process with Dad. Just kind of like, what have we not done? And then you just kind of sit there and try and make up something new. For instance, this was a little extravagant.
I love it. I like it. Like it a lot.
Yeah, I've got a white version of this coming soon. I should have them in about 4 to 5 weeks or so.
Nice.
I
But
wouldn't want to wear it
pretty
though. I'd,
solid.
I'd be afraid to get it dirty. It
Yeah,
was white.
it was nice. It definitely come out, about perfectly of how I imagined it. So I was very happy with this one.
I wonder how those colors would pop all black with the glove all black.
Yeah, it's kind of why I ordered white because from my point of view, I didn't think they would stand real well with black. Um, but
They would definitely wash with the brown. I bet.
Yeah,
yeah,
brown wouldn't. I don't think it would look well with the brown. And Noah's saying that you never use his ideas.
Noah, send me some good ideas. I will use them, Bubba. If any of my people have any good ideas, by all means, I will take some advice. I'm always trying to come up with some new ideas.
Well, and I like how you do like the different designs and that kind of stuff, but you're not like super outlandish with them too, where you're not going to get something in that you're like, oh man, is this ever going to sell? You know.
Yeah, for certain.
Well, and your raffles, they're filling up within seconds, within minutes.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I run glove raffles all the time on my personal page. This glove here is a baseball glove. This is an 11 and a half. I had a 13-inch version of this with that laced H web that I sold today. Our boy John Moore won it. Of course he did, but
Right. Lucky guy.
yeah, I do glove raffles every week. Always do.
It's just shocking how fast those things fill up. I mean, you put it out, you forward it to a bunch of us, and within minutes it's full.
Yep,
I mean,
always.
that's awesome. This is a
Yeah,
whole other money line for Short Porch and you and everybody else. I can't wait for mine. It should be here hopefully Wednesday.
Anthony's saying you need an Optimus Prime theme glove.
Oh, no.
That would be a little challenging. I'm not against it. Might have to
And
work on
then
that.
No, we need a Bumblebee one.
yeah, Capri
Bumblebee
says
can
this.
definitely be done. Okay,
Bumblebee can
here's a
be done.
thought. Here's a thought. Black and yellow.
Absolutely.
Straight yellow and black. Yellow polka dots. I might do it. Look at you coming up with some ideas.
Well, and Capri says she wants a 12-inch with purple laces with that design.
Easy, I can do it.
Yeah. So, and I mean, everybody who picked up my glove this weekend out here on the West Coast are like, man, that's a nice glove. Because you see all these glove companies. I feel like there's like 4 or 5 new glove companies that came out in the last 4 or 5 months. Like, oh, now we're making gloves. And it's like, is that a good glove? Is that quality glove? So nobody ever knows until they hit the market, right? Or somebody's down, and actually gets one. So
For certain.
that's pretty cool. And then I know there's one glove that you have on the website, the black one. That is, it looks like it's a little bit different leather. Is that the one that is already kind of broken in the 50%?
Black. Uh, the
Yeah,
only in stock glove I have that's 50% is the tan and navy
gotcha.
glove. I have that one's 50%. It doesn't say that, but it is 50%.
Gotcha.
Can you do a military themed glove?
I'm sure.
I had somebody just ask me if they could do you could do a marine themed glove.
Yeah, easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
And
have them
Jason
get with
wants
me.
Texas Longhorns, of course.
Too
Um,
easy. I've
I
done
don't
a
know if that's
glove
going to
that
be
kind of
allowed.
come out very similar to a Texas Longhorn colors for Peyton.
yeah, and that was his was on the Tennessee side though, right? Because Tennessee and
Yeah,
Texas are similar.
yeah.
And then Mike is asking, what's the largest size you can make in these gloves?
I make all the way up to a 15.
15. So basically an 11 to a 15, anywhere between there.
Yeah,
Okay, awesome. And then do you guys do catchers and first base gloves? Because I know
I
that'll be
do.
coming down the pipe too.
I do. I've done some of those. Yes.
Especially since we're getting into baseball and that kind of stuff with BB Core launching soon. I mean, now we have that whole other market, coming up where kids are going to want, the
Yeah,
catcher
I can.
gloves.
I can do regular fielding gloves. I can do first baseman's, um, catcher's mitts, and ambidextrous gloves.
Oh yeah, we
Nice.
talked about that.
Hmm.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm yet to have somebody reach out and actually want to do it. I can do it though.
Who was it that reached out to me? I can't remember who that was. Guy from Canada, wasn't it?
I'm not
Yep.
certain. Me and you had talked about somebody.
Yeah.
Ron
Dude, if
Yeager,
you're watching, reach out. We can do it. You heard
yeah.
him.
Ron Yeager says a Dalmatian glove is what you need to
That'd
make.
I can do
be
it.
sick.
Kind of almost look like a cow print, but yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So that's
See, we're just gonna fill you full of ideas. Your mind's gonna go crazy tonight at midnight. You mean they're
yeah.
typing away?
He's gonna
I'll
be
sit
just
here and design gloves after we get off.
he'll be just like Jeff, not sleeping anymore and just designing stuff in the middle of the night.
Yep, that's for certain.
And Capri, yes, we did say catcher's gloves. So those are on the table. And you can do both fast pitch and baseball catcher's gloves, right?
Oh yeah,
Fast pitch, I'm not certain on. I've never actually done um, a fast pitch catcher's mitt. I've only ever dwindled
isn't it
into
similar
baseball.
to a first baseman glove, just a little bit thicker,
I'm
A
not.
little bit different shape.
a little bit different shape? Okay.
Yeah. But they're kind of in between a first base glove and a baseball catcher's glove.
I wouldn't want to say that there's any reason I can't do it, but it's never something. It's not something I've done before.
Okay. Yeah, because I think that might be what Capri's line is for, I think her daughter catches, if I remember right. So, yeah, she said if you haven't done one yet, maybe you can do one for her daughter and she can be your first.
Yeah, let me know. We can get together and work something out.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite glove to date that you've designed so far?
My favorite one's probably got to be the Poke. Probably that one to date. Just because they come out,
Yeah, it's
exactly the
sharp.
way I kind of imagined,
Yeah,
and it's definitely interesting. It's not a very generic look. It's not something you're seeing out there on the market.
right.
You
Well,
know,
and you got the SP even on the web itself. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. The SP circular logo and the
See, I
web
kind of
are
wish I went to that on that. I didn't. Yeah, that I like that.
for any. I don't like. I will do it, but I do not like doing an iWeb for anything bigger than a 13.
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
Notice like on
Well,
anything bigger, I'm using like a T web or that laced H web, for example. This is a 13 and a half.
yeah.
But I'm not a fan of an iWeb on anything bigger than a 13. Um, but yeah, it's got all of our little SP logos there, and then short porch on the middle finger there, and our Get Dirty saying there.
and why are you not a fan of an iWeb on anything bigger than a 13?
Just because it's not a lot of webbing. I mean, granted, anything bigger than a 13, you would generally assume it's an outfielder's glove,
Right.
but a hit hard line drive in the infield or whatever, it's just not a lot of webbing. Um,
Okay.
and I'm just not a fan of it. The holes are bigger.
Yep.
I think I'd be worried about the ball actually coming through or ripping that.
Yeah, more say it could happen over time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would bother
Yeah.
me, especially as a pitcher.
Yeah, for
Do you
certain.
have some that, like some of the old school, like Rawlings and that kind of stuff that we all used to get, had the basket weave, web? Can you do something like that? 'Cause
Yeah,
there's
I
some
can. I've done them. I don't stock them. That's just because that's not something the market's really liking right now. The market's looking at laced I webs or laced H webs or I webs and T webs, and I've sold some E webs. But yeah, I can do it. It's just not something I stock.
I think
Yeah.
mine was a Y, wasn't it, or a V?
One or the other. I'm not
Yeah, I don't
positive.
remember.
Yeah, that was one of the questions because some of the old school, like, oh, this is what I've always had, so this is what I like. And then, so, because, the older we get, the less change we like.
Yeah, for certain. I can definitely do it. It can definitely be done.
Well, and you can even put writing on the palm like you did for me for my father.
Yeah, like the palm liner, I can do a
Yeah.
palm liner text in here. Um, I can change the thumb text for you, and I can add a pinky text here. The only thing that I don't customize is obviously the middle finger, our SP wrist logo, our SP logo here, and our Lynx palm stamp, if you can see that, and
Yep.
um, the SP logo here on iWebs.
Gotcha. Is there any reason why some of the gloves online have links or SP? Is it just that we just started doing SP
Yeah,
after?
lace is just kind of what we were calling the fielding gloves. And then I liked the look of the SP logo a lot more, and that's what I'll stick with moving forward. It will always keep the Lynx palm stamp, but the SP wrist logo will stay.
Yeah. Dave says he loves your shirt too, Bob. Just FYI.
Yeah. Well, hey, gotta support Mock.
Yeah. And Cage has got one of the new short porch sweatshirts on,
Yeah, I've
and
got a pinstripe hoodie on.
22
These
golf
are
hat.
in stock. Yep, I have these in stock on our golf website as well.
How you
Yeah.
doing on golf balls?
Second,
How you doing on golf balls?
good. The golf business has been booming over here.
Nice. Okay. I think I need another dozen balls. I'm gonna get with you tomorrow. That guy called me today. Ran out finally.
Let me know. I have plenty of them in stock.
Okay. You were hitting the bat last night. Pretty
I
late,
was, yeah, I was hitting After Dark.
were you? What'd you
Yeah.
think?
After Dark's a good bet, man. I'm loving it because it's keeping the same pink jawbreaker and Halloween scared feel while it's holding compression a lot longer.
And you guys mostly hit the 44 375s in the cage, or what are you guys hitting
In the
inside?
cage, it's mostly pro M's. There's some 44 375s, and a handful of 400s mixed in there. Some Freedom 44 400s, but it's mostly pro M's.
Gotcha. See, that's nice to know because some people are like, oh, well, they have to be to get some of the exit velos, they have to be hitting, 700s or some of those. And Dave's asking if you got his golf balls out today.
That's definitely what we were not remembering, Dave. I told you there was something. I told you there was something.
He'll get you
He got
tomorrow.
left behind.
So, he got my bat out a few days ago, so we're good.
The biggest thing I get when we're hitting in the cage is everybody's always talking about the sound. We still have to remember that we're hitting inside. The sound echoes. It's a lot louder.
Right. And
Yeah.
that's a true story.
I have definitely hit the BB core. It's phenomenal. It's definitely something I would love to have in my baseball days. However, it absolutely ruined my softball swing for about a month. Yeah,
Just to hit the BB core.
yeah, Dad. 30 swings off the BB core with Dad chucking at me about 80. Yeah, ruined it. Completely ruined it. He got done throwing to me and told me to pick up my jawbreaker. Picked it up and I swung and missed. I'd never done that before. I'd never swung and missed ever. And that's awful hard to do in slow pitch. But after I sit there and hit 30 balls at 80 right quick,
You
and
couldn't wait.
I did. There was no hope of hitting a 15, 20-mile-an-hour softball. It wasn't happening.
Do
Well,
we have
see,
that on video?
No, it was not on video, thankfully.
now you know how fast pitch players feel coming from fast pitch in their first swings into slow pitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I did it too. I mean, it's an adjustment, that's for certain. I mean, granted, I
Yeah.
come from golf to slow pitch, so I was used to hitting a little white ball sitting still, but it's definitely a switch, that's for certain.
Now to switch it up a little bit, you are in charge of bat warranties also, right?
I am.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I, I handle all the registrations and bat warranties.
Because I know
We have
I've gotten
questions.
several questions today alone about bat warranties, but I mean, we get them all the time as, out in the field and that kind of stuff. How often are you getting questions about bat warranties?
I deal with it every day.
Every day. So explain the process because somebody's like, oh, I went to the website and there's no place on the website to register it. So, I mean, those of us who've done it before kind of understand, but explain the process to actually register a bat.
Yeah. The only way you can register it is from the QR code on the card that comes with your bat. The warranty is a 6-month warranty if you register it within the first 30 days of purchase. You have to register your bat within the first 30 days of purchase to activate your 6-month warranty. If you do not, your warranty is no longer valid. That warranty is non-transferable. It's good for the first and for the first owner of the bat. Um, and it's very simple. My biggest thing though is I need a copy of the customer's receipt with the bat at warranty. And a
So
lot of
if
times I'm having to fight to go try and get the customer and find that receipt, and that's just going to take me longer to get your bat back out to you. I've got to have copies of receipts.
if a rep buys, bats and they stock them, and it takes them, they're going to a tournament, say in, beginning of February, but they bought the last drop of the scared, and then it takes the customer a week or so to register it. Is it from when the rep bought the bat or when the customer buys the bat?
If it's from one of our authorized dealers or reps, as long as the receipt is written, which would be for the new reps that don't know, I would need that it to say that you say, for instance, I, Rachel Good, sold the bat, the customer's name, the date of purchase, what bat it was, and the ounce of the bat.
Perfect. Because that's huge that a lot of people don't know that, right?
Well,
And
yeah. I was going to say, in my case, where I ordered, 20 bats, I'm not going to get them till next week. By the time I get them out to the guys that go, we're now lost 2 weeks on that purchase.
Yeah, the purchase would start from the time that it was bought from you. So if you had a new and wrapper bat, it has to be new and wrapper.
Right.
Um, if you have a new and wrapper bat that you're hanging on to, trying to sell, that warranty is good from when you sell it to the
Okay.
customer.
All right.
perfect. That clears up a lot for
Yeah, that does.
especially a lot of the new reps.
We've had a lot of questions about it in the last 2 days. Easy asking questions about how do you do it? What do you do? How fast is the return? I said, well, as fast as you can get it to them, they'll look at it and get it back out.
Yeah,
Depending on-
I usually sometimes I get a little slammed dealing with a lot of other things we have going on around here, but it's usually no longer than a week. For instance, I had 2 bats show up today for warranty claims. They got turned around, and the replacements went right back out the door today.
What's the general thing you see on warranty claims? What's the most thing you see out of every bat?
The most thing,
Yeah, the most damage, or is it just not
like
compression? Because we don't cover compression, obviously.
the most common thing I see is just a general crack.
You don't crown. Okay.
And how often are you seeing our bats crack or come back for warranty issues?
It's very, very slim. Um, if I had to put a number on it, I would say it's around 2 to 3%. Um, is what is what's happening.
Well, and that's pretty good numbers, that they're just not coming back. And I know we've seen it on the on Dave's short porch page, the not the official short porch page, but the group one, where guys were sending pictures. Oh, this bat cracked, or what do we do? Well,
Yeah,
get a
I'll
hold of
explain that process too. That
perfect.
process is very simple. On if you break your bat, if you have any reason you need to file a warranty claim for it, once you have registered your bat, your registration confirmation email comes with the link for the warranty claim. So when you need to file a warranty claim, all you have to do is go back to that registration confirmation email and click the link.
Yep.
Cool.
Now, say it's a bat that they just bought a pink jawbreaker from somebody, and obviously we have no more pink jawbreakers in stock, right? So what do you replace it with?
I would replace it with the most comparable thing in stock at that moment.
Awesome. So that's good to know, because there's a lot of guys that are like, oh, okay, like, what do you do, like, you don't have this bat anymore. So, and then how often do you deny warranties?
I've never had to deny a warranty claim, because usually that gets nipped at registration, because they don't have the link for the warrant to file a warranty claim if they haven't registered their bet. And that's, I'll get a couple phone calls now and then looking for how to file that warranty claim, and they never registered their bet. I will it's slim on registrations, but I do have it where I have to deny registrations. And the most common thing I deny a registration for is receipts. And it's very simple. It's a lot of the times where they're not copying in the receipt that shows um, the date of purchase on Smash It Sports. Receipts is the most common thing. Smash It Sports gives you a warranty receipt. That is what you should submit to me for it when you do your registration. But the most common thing I deny registrations for is a warranty receipt that does not show me a date or the contents of their order. However, any customer can go back and change that very easily. They can resubmit the form or just email that over and we'll take care of it.
Nice. Now, I know there's a few times where we'll get bats, or questions asked to us. How do you tell if the bat was, I mean, I think the best term is like abuse, like hitting launch 650s with it, or the weighted balls, or those kind of things. Like, how do you guys go about it?
On a heavier ball, it's easier to tell, um, because the way the bat cracks internally cracks in a much different way. I won't necessarily get into that, but it cracks in a much different way on the internal side of the bat.
So that's huge, because a lot of guys think.
Especially when it's rolled by the inside of the bat. If I pop a bat open, I can tell instantly that the bat has been rolled.
And see, a lot of guys are like, oh no, they can't tell, and they're, and they'll go, hit the balls, or they'll hit them, cold
You can
balls,
tell.
40-degree weather, and be like, oh, I'll just turn it in. Like, well, you did everything that we said not to do on the website.
Yeah, for certain.
And I think that's what some people don't realize also, is on our website is a whole like, hey, warranties will not be,
Correct.
honored for these things.
I will say weighted balls are not good for your bets. They're not in any way, shape, or form.
No.
The balls I do like in this scenario are our foam practice balls. They're good there. But a weighted ball is not good for your bat. And me and Dave have stressed what balls you're hitting for a long time. Those BP balls that you have in your bag that get overweight, they do a lot of damage on your bats.
Well, I see sandballs all the time over at any senior tournament. Guys are throwing sandballs. I'm like, what are you doing? All you guys are doing is hurting your bats. Oh no, we're fine. It's only a few cuts. It's all it takes. It's all it takes.
Well, especially if it's cold outside,
Yeah.
and then you go and hit those.
And we're playing in Lacey in March. It's literally 50 degrees. I mean, don't think I'm taking my gamer up there in March to play. I'm going to take a Platino Power. I'm going to take something I know that can hold up to that cold weather.
Now, which bats have you seen that have like the most swings on it that are still going strong? Because I mean, you've seen just about every bat.
Pickle juices. The OG pickle juices and the OG 240 wick poppers.
And how many swings have you seen on them?
Oh, I mean, Case and Brian will tell you best. That bat won't break.
Nice.
I've
Well,
never done a warranty claim on a one piece pickle juice. I've done some 240 wig poppers for some odd reasons, like a knob or an end cap, but I've never seen a 240 wig popper bust nor a pickle juice.
My best friend Tundra literally has almost 3,000 cuts on his, and it's still at 270 compression. Still to this day. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's hot.
We'll get to that in just a second, Kason. I have my wig popper 240. I think it has probably about 300 or 400 cuts on it, and it's still at 300 compression. I mean, I just can't get it down. Same with my Moon Doggy. It's at like 280. So it's like, you just can't get them down in compression far enough to be super awesome for us girls, at least.
Yeah, and that's what the DDT model is good for. It breaks in easier, and it's overall just a more lively bat. Plus, our new SpinTech Kevlar models, they're all more livelier bats.
Even Austin said he's got 1,000 cuts, plus he's got 100 cuts with 650s, and his thing is still going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Those bats are ridiculous.
Now, what Kason was asking is if you have any new initial thoughts on the new stuff.
On all the new stuff, man, like I said, it's just the fact that they're livelier. And the new X composite, compression's holding up so well while still giving you the same performance numbers that you're looking for. That Scared After Dark, I've got probably 400 or 500 swings on it, and it's still well passing in compression.
Now, a lot of all your guys' one pitch stuff, you guys don't. Are you shaking your head at them?
Yeah, definitely.
All your one pitch stuff, you guys don't test out there, right?
No, by no means.
Yeah, so we get some tournaments out here that test, and I think we have one ASA league out here that actually tests, which is crazy to me. But I think Worlds is like the big time is when they test, or obviously senior ball.
Yeah.
So.
Any sanction events we go to, anywhere near here, they test. But any of our backyard tournaments, you won't see testing compression.
Sorry, I was reading what Kason said. He said he's glad that it's something you can stamp his name on.
Yeah, that pickle juice definitely screams Case and Brian. I definitely have one. I have one of his hanging on my wall right now. That come out of his bag.
So it's nice and broken in just for you.
No, it's just somebody will be hunting a 27 pickle juice one of these days, and I have one on my wall. That's another thing. I post used bats probably every other week. I have a whole wall of them hanging in my office, and if there's something anybody's looking for that is no longer in stock, and there's always that good chance that I probably have one.
Well, I know Bob and I always say, like, when people ask us for like that rarity, or that hard to find, we always come to you because.
Yeah.
I mean, you have that line on all the older bats, or the ones that like are the hard to find.
Yeah, if it can be done, I can definitely make it happen. But there's some things that are just harder than others.
Yeah, I mean, there's some. Ron's asking if you have a 26-ounce sup.
I do not.
So, and the one that I have, sorry, Ron, it's not for sale, or that one's staying put. So.
She's steadily holding out on us. Still grateful for the one time you didn't for me, though.
Hey, there's twice I did you good. I think you still have the one.
I made it up for it. I made up
did.
for it.
Yep.
I found a new unwrapper one for you and sent it on over.
Yes, that one's I think on the couch back here, so it's not up on the wall this week. So, but yeah, that cherry bomb was, that was golden right there. What you did.
Well, I mean, speaking of the cherry bomb, Any news on possibly another women's bat being coming out this year? Possibly.
It's always a possibility. I can tell you what's coming in the next few here soon, coming this month. But
We have the
as
balanced
as
autism, right?
yeah, you have the 12-inch balanced autism DDT model that will be senior and U trip, and then you'll have the one hot mama, which will be a 12-inch half ounce and low DDT model on the U trip side. That'll be a 12.5-inch model DDT model with a half ounce on the senior side. And then
Nice.
plus you have the rep exclusive called the Side Hustle. That'll be coming here in a couple weeks. That'll be a 12.75 one piece with Spin Tech model. That's a U trip. That'll be only able to be bought from the reps.
So that one is basically the OG pickle with Spintech.
Yep, and the new Kevlar X composite, correct.
Yeah, Jeff said that I'll be doing the reveal on that when it drops.
I think somebody said now that Brandon is doing baseball bats, will we be doing baseball gloves? Absolutely. I do custom baseball gloves every other day almost. This is I technically have two, but I have this one in stock in an 11.5-inch glove right here, 11.5-inch model, right hand throw, and I have a 12.5-inch old brown glove in stock and a right hand throw.
Yeah, but that brown glove's sick. That's the
Yeah, I
one.
mean, ask Noah. Noah loves that glove, and I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Every glove
we
out
talked
there,
about it today. That thing is. I love it. It's beautiful.
every glove out there, I've designed except that one. Dad did that one. Every glove in stock was my doing except that one. Dad did good there. I'll give him that.
Yeah. See,
I
he
mean, he
can
does
do,
pretty
he
good
can do
overall.
bats and gloves every now and then.
There was one specific glove that I gave him that we all gave him a real hard time about, but he made up for it.
One specific glove. Which one was that?
It was a pink glove.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I sold them and people still loved them, but we all gave him grief about it in here.
It sounds like we need to make a glove that says "Old Man DDT."
Yeah, for old Dave Velasquez.
Yeah, just put DV on it in the web.
I can
What?
probably I could probably do it.
There you go, Dave. See, we got you a custom glove now. Matches your
Well,
bat.
I'm sure it's probably he'll want to be his colors are orange, white, and blue, right?
I believe so, yes.
Dave, we're talking
Now,
about Cage designing you a custom glove.
just
So
make it blacked out, just like the new wig popper, his new DDT, all blacked out with that silver line white through it,
I can do
Raiders
it.
colors.
silver lacing through it. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be rather simple.
Yeah. Who knows? He's not a big football fan, but I guess that's the Spurs too, right? So, um, so that was similar.
He said what? They were
I told
talking
you
about
we need
designing you a
to.
custom glove, brother.
I need to work on the one that you and I talked about today. Get the colors. I need to send him that. His birthday's coming. It's quick. We need to talk about it tomorrow.
Oh, the colors changed. Here we go.
And Dennis is saying you need to bring this up back with those weightings on a bat. So who knows? I mean, that could happen in
I
the
would
future.
love it. Don't get me wrong. Let's bring it back. Absolutely. But I want the new Kevlar version of it.
Well, right. I think that's what he's saying.
I said that to Jeff in Vegas this year. You want to make me
Uh,
really happy? Make this bat updated. Important
Ron
polish.
Yeager. Ron Yeager asked about golf gloves. Yeah, we have golf gloves in stock on our website, which is spelled out 20, then the number 2 golf.com.
Nice. And you guys have glow in the dark balls too. I heard.
Yeah, glow in the dark golf balls are also in stock.
Are those pretty popular? So my understanding, as soon as it's hit, it turns
Yeah.
color immediately.
Yeah,
How's that work?
you can hit it. A lot of times you might need to bounce it or kind of knock it upside something if you're taking a smoother swing, a less powerful swing at it. But yeah, they stay lit for about 8 minutes.
That's freaking cool. That's cool.
we actually have a little 9-hole golf course out here that does glow in the dark nights during the summer, all the way up until like October-ish, before it just gets too cold. But
Yeah,
it's
they do it pretty often around here.
yeah, it's a fun little different night to go out and just play. And I think it's like 20 or $30 out here and you get like a hot dog and a drink too with it.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then every once in a while you get a few of the people that need to have their actual carts instead of like a walking cart, and that gets a little scary.
Let's take Brandon go do that Friday night. We'll mess the swing all up before we have to hit in the home run derby Saturday.
I played golf. I played golf yesterday morning, and yeah, got to wiggle my way out of that.
I swore I will not pick up a golf club until I'm done playing ball. Not happening.
Ron, I believe the Balance Autism's dropping on the 15th, right?
I think it got pushed back, didn't it?
I'm not sure the date off the top of my head.
I think it got pushed back.
It'll definitely be this month.
Yeah.
Okay, so sometime this month, Ron. No official date. I know Jeff had said before it was the 15th. So
Samuel Ellis wants to do the scared bat and the spin tech. No, you'll take from that scared bat. No. I like it just the way it is.
Spin Tech U Triple A models might be something that will come with.
Yeah. So what is your perfect bat?
My perfect bat is a 12.5-inch DDT model. The scared model, any of the scared models, the Grinch, the Pink Jawbreaker. Those are my alley because everybody knows how much I love that One Nation DDT, and then when the Pink Jawbreakers come out and the scareds to follow, that's been what I've stuck with is those scareds for the most part. And then now the After Dark's pretty much taken over my bag. I put 2 or 3 of those in there.
So speaking of the One Nation bat, are we going to do a Mojo bat again this year, One Nation bat?
I am not certain on that.
I was just curious because that 220 barrel that for the One Nation bat is insane.
Yep,
it's my favorite barrel to date.
Absolutely.
I wonder why, right? I mean, really.
Yeah, that bat took care of me for a good while.
Well, it's definitely taking care of me.
When is the Mojo?
February sometime, I believe.
Gotcha. So out here on the West Coast, a lot of times we don't, hear about those things because it's not something that.
Yeah, it's a big One Nation tournament they play in Columbus, Ohio.
And it's cold up there. I remember seeing you guys last year up there.
It was cold. It definitely was cold.
Yeah, Leslie was not happy.
No, she looked really cold.
She was not happy. She's not a warm body type person, and she was definitely cold.
Yeah, well, it happens. That's why she likes to go to Vegas every year. So are they going to let you go to Vegas this year?
I'm not sure what the plans are for Vegas this year. That's something it's kind of up in the air, and we're still undecided on.
Yeah, because you're normally holding down the fort with Erica during those several weeks.
I definitely am, and it's not something I'm usually against. Being while y'all are in Vegas is when bow season opens up for deer hunting here, so it's not necessarily something I'm terribly jumping out of my chair to go to Vegas for.
But if the boss man says got to go, you got to go, right?
Yep, I absolutely will.
Yeah, Chad is saying that you'll be 21 this year for it, so now it could be different to go to Vegas. And Dave said you are not going to Vegas.
Oh,
so
boss man said it.
There you go.
Yeah. So
denied.
Dave wants to play and leave you at home. So, so what's one of your biggest tournaments you go to vend and every year?
That's not usually something I'm doing. I'm more involved with all the international things we were doing here, and all of the things that we're doing behind the scenes is usually what I stick to the most.
That's awesome, though. I mean, because if you don't have somebody there doing those things, the company doesn't work.
Correct. Todd and Sarah, they handle the majority of our vending for us. They've been killing it.
Yeah, I mean, let's see, they were at Challenge Cup last week, and
I'm not sure their schedule, but I believe they're set up like every week for like another 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, just insane. But it's good to be busy. So it
is good to be busy. There's a lot of good things coming. BB Core baseball bats will be dropping this month, and that market's gonna kick up and start off, and we're just continuously working, continuously thriving to just be better.
Yeah, they announced today that 72 hours will have a drop date.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, and so for all the reps that, I mean, because I started after that podcast that Dave and Jeff and Brandon did earlier, I mean, my phone started blowing up.
Yeah.
So we have to wait, until they get their drop date, and then they'll let us know for reps. Like, okay, this is when reps can buy them, and this is the pricing and that kind of stuff. So I don't think any of that's been fully worked out or put out to us yet. But on
Yeah,
the probably on the internal
I'm
side, it has.
I'm definitely not certain on what that will be. I'm not sure what Dad and Brandon have said on yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think they said the price once a while back in one of their lives, but yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure Dad and Brandon will be coordinating that, and we'll be able to get that out.
And I'm sure it's going to be, market pricing. Like you look at what other BB cores are going for, and it's going to be comparable to that. So it's
Oh,
not like,
absolutely.
so just think of that for, a gauge on pricing at this point. Cause I don't think on anything we're, way above market or way below market. I think we're in that average with all of our products.
Yeah, for certain.
So we like to stay competitive. Jason's asking about if you know any updates on fast pitch.
We're kind of, we're making our way. You got to go one step at a time, and at this moment, we're just trying to thrive through this BB core, at the moment, and then move our way through baseball. I'm sure, fast pitch will be in the mix in there somewhere.
Yeah. My guess is probably like spring to summer because, it's going to take a little bit to get everything else off the ground with baseball, and that's the next step in the process. So
Yeah,
it'll get here. We just have to be patient.
yeah. I know Dave was asking about a fat guy BP. If there's gonna be another one. I'm not real certain about our one piece plans, but like I said earlier, the rep exclusive will be a 12.75 one piece.
So that'll be nice and close to it. There was something else I was going to ask. Oh, any more ASA USA coming down the pipe that you know of? Because that's one of them that we always get asked out here. Because that's all of our leagues out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really completely certain on the ASA USA plans, as everything we play around here is U-Trip, and that's definitely what the majority is. I'm not real positive on the plans for USA ASA.
Yeah,
I
we're
definitely have
60-40 on the West Coast. 60% ASA, 40% senior ball.
Yeah, I can definitely have I'm sure Dad and Dave will talk about that on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just because like all of our league nights are ASA. Our tournaments aren't. They're all U-Trip or like one of the leagues you can pretty much use any bat you want. Somebody had one of the old school combats that like the very first one that ever came out. Using that, and I'm like, ooh, how are you using that? And they're like, oh, they don't care what bats you use out here. I'm like, glad I'm not pitching.
Yeah.
So.
Sure.
Yeah, no, there's no ASA ball anywhere near us.
That's crazy. So you guys, what's the most that you guys play? I mean, I know it's U-Trip bats and that kind of stuff, but what's your?
Yeah, what we play the most is USSSA, a lot of One Nation in Georgia, and WSL.
Gotcha. And what's your favorite to play out of those?
My favorite to play would probably be One Nation.
And does that have to do with directors, or does that have to do with like, is there different rules between the three? Because I know each one has a little bit different.
The rules are very pretty similar. But it's just what we have the most of here, and the less travel time, and our favorite director for certain, that would be Jesse Marks in Georgia.
Nice. Yeah, I know we had a tournament this last week, and it was an NCS tournament, and they just it was a fun one where you actually had mulligans, so you could have a defensive mulligan and an offensive mulligan, and so it's basically just a do-over. And so if somebody hits grand slam, you're like, oh no, here's your mulligan for the game.
Interesting.
Yeah. So in one of our games, we had first we did it on offense, called the mulligan, and then our guy hit a grand slam. And then the second one, or as soon as he hit that, they did their defensive mulligan. So then he hit an in the park grand slam. So poor guy had to run it out. So, Bob, what else you got for him?
You know that Rachel, have you heard that Rachel and I are prepping for December for a NCS Open co-ed team, right? Have you
Yeah, I've
heard
heard.
about that?
I have
Senior.
heard.
Are you gonna come and coach with us?
When and where? You know, it's my favorite time of the year.
I know.
It's the
When is it?
first
Where?
weekend of December in Vegas. So
I'll see what I can do.
It takes the pressure off of us. If you and Dave can step in, we don't have to worry about it but play.
I'll see what I can do.
yeah,
Jeff,
we talked about trying to get you and Dave to coach and you guys be the coaching duo.
yep.
Yeah, I can. I can definitely see what I can do there. I'll have to work it out because at that point, me and Dave wouldn't be in the office. But I
Well,
can.
and
I can definitely give it a shot.
there's one guy we still I haven't had a chance to talk to, but I'll get him quick. So we need a shortstop.
Capri
And
wants
then
me to play co-ed D with her after.
yep.
So we're playing open.
That whole weekend, well, we're playing senior open. She's talking
Senior
about,
open.
regular co-ed. So it's NCS is pretty fun, and I learned a lot about some of the rules this weekend. So
Yeah, Rachel's excited. She gets to pitch.
I mean, so you can use a net, so it doesn't matter if a female's pitching in co-ed in seniors on the senior side. So,
Nice.
because normally we wouldn't put a female to pitch against
Right.
men's in open.
Right.
It only takes one miss hit, but if you have a net, it's just like almost throwing BP. So
Right.
because we don't play with a lot of nets out here, which is I know you guys play it all the time and like your one pitch and everything else.
Yeah, in our backyard, we usually play with nets and sanctioned events. You won't see it unless it's open.
Gotcha.
That's right, David. It's the season. That's right. That's my point here.
Yeah.
David, we're only asking you for one weekend. You got 4 more to go. Come on.
Well, no, he's telling Cage it's hunting season.
Yeah,
So,
that was.
He likes to hunt too.
Yeah, duck season's wide open right there.
yeah. Well, Dave wasn't a no when I asked him. So, but we'll see. Capri was saying she pitched co-ed yesterday and guys went middle, and she didn't mind. And usually I don't mind, but I just like my body too much to worry about it.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, that's why I don't get up there. I've done it before, and it's definitely a hard task. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely something you've gotta you've got to be used to.
and Dave's giving you a hard time because it's duck
I
season.
know he always does.
So, all right, Bob. What else? What other questions you got for Cage here? You got nothing?
No. Oh, he's supposed to send me a list of his bats on his wall. That's about it.
Yeah, I do need to do that.
So this is a first. Bob is speechless.
I talk to him almost every day.
Just about every day. This is true.
Every day. Yeah, there's a text message or a phone call sometime throughout the day.
Yeah, but you have not all these questions. You got the audience. So hey, here's what we need to know about Cage, or here's what Cage knows.
We covered the warranty. That was huge.
Yep.
That was a huge thing to cover today because we've had so many calls in the last 2 weeks about it, and not to mention a few issues. I mean, why do we want to talk about shaved bats? We already know we're having that issue. I mean, we've just recently had a pink jawbreaker. That's old news. His gloves was the most important. It's taken off. It's amazing. Everybody's loving the gloves that he's designing. I mean, the raffles alone prove it. Nobody's raffles that I've seen so far fill up that quick. Nobody's. I mean, Sean Thompson, I love you to death, but man, his gloves are filling out a lot faster.
Yeah. They definitely fill up pretty daggone quick.
Yeah.
Well,
it just goes to show you're making a great product.
What's the most raffles you've run in one day for the gloves? It was right before Christmas time, I think.
6.
Yeah.
I want to say it was about 6. It was when I was doing some of those Secret Santa bets.
Yeah. I mean, those things were crazy. And I mean, my Christmas glove that you did was sick. So I was just stoked to get
that's incredible glove.
Christmas exclusive glove is definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah. Well, it's got a good home here. So there was what's advice that you have for the new reps? Because I know we still have a lot of the new reps that are, trying to get their feet, under them and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, I
working
mean,
there, what do you have for them?
all you the biggest thing is to promote. Promote, post, get video, and outside of that, if you have questions, just ask.
And some of the reps are asking like, how do we get info and that kind of stuff? And I said the podcast. Those are the huge
Yeah,
thing. I mean,
podcasts are your biggest thing. They're always going to keep you up to date with what's coming.
especially Wednesday nights with when Dave's on and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I
Or
mean,
like y'all's Mondays night podcast, just like right now. I know y'all are really good about answering questions, and this is another great place to do it.
oh yeah, Jeff Nelson brought up this was actually a good one. I did see this post right before we came on. There was a question on the Grinch bat not having an NSA stamp.
It is NSA certified.
Okay, so it just doesn't have the stamp on it.
They need to look it up, don't they?
Our bats are NSA
Yeah.
certified for certain.
Yeah, and that's what somebody posted a little screenshot saying that that all the Grinches were certified. So, but it was just interesting that somebody's like, well, this is the only thing we play league wise. So,
All of our short porch USSSA models and senior models too, I believe, are NSA certified.
awesome. Jason's advice to any of the new reps is don't ask for free stuff. So
Yeah.
um,
Just call Cage if you want something free. You'll like that phone call and that conversation.
yeah, and I mean, I think that's one of the things too is we don't have demo bats. You don't have demo bats to send out or like a demo kit to people. Um,
Yeah.
So
You'd never get it
and
back.
what was
Somebody
that,
would blow
Bob?
it up. Somebody would break it. You'd never get that bat back.
Yep.
Yeah,
You don't know how they're going to take care of it like we do.
right.
This is correct.
It is what it is.
Anthony wants a free hug if he can get that, since you can't give out any product.
I'll come
So,
see you when I come see the new baby. Anthony had a kid this morning.
oh,
Yeah.
congratulations!
Saw it posted. Congrats.
Yes, hope baby and mama are doing good, and dad's holding the fort down with the other little one. So that's and so that just means Mach 3 will be a little bit delayed for a couple days.
Yeah, for a brief moment, she'll be a little delayed, but she'll definitely get back to it. That's for certain.
That's probably a question that should be going on here is what is their turnaround time? How does it work? How do we get stuff? If somebody wants to order Mach 3 stuff, do they go through you? How's that work?
I can order anything they'd like for them. Of course, you have Mach 3 Sports. She has a website. Our Mach 3 short porch collab jersey is on that website. Or if anybody wants anything, I can always place that order for them. It's about a 4 to 6 week turn.
Yep. My jerseys and pants are on that website. The ones we designed, you and I, they're there.
Well, and she has stuff on the website too. I had her on when I first started my podcast. Early 2025 ish, and she has some pre-designed stuff that all she has to do is get them sized up right, or she might have some in stock that she can ship out right away, and other
Yeah,
ones.
I believe she even has a little column on there where if you need to make certain changes, you can shoot her a message
Yeah.
off the website.
So super easy process. I know Kaysen's a rep for them. You're a rep for them. Of course, we got Anthony. So reach out if you guys need stuff.
Yeah, Caroline too. Right there around Anthony. She's a conference girl. She's one of our pros, and she's a Mach 3 pro as well.
Awesome. Yeah. Dennis asked, how do you feel about tapping bats together?
Tapping bats is it's something I do. It's a superstition of mine.
It's
like
Rachel's pet peeve, by the way.
Yeah, like whoever's in front of me, if they got on first base, I don't care how or what way, is if they reach that base, I grab the bat and I tap it. If they don't, I don't want it.
You gotta just let it go.
That's a superstition of mine. I always have, but if they didn't get on base, I'm not touching it. But if they made their way there, I'm tapping the bats together for certain.
I'm sure if it depends on how it's done too, because back in back in the day, it was you beat your bat, together to actually break it in. So there's
Yeah,
some
I
people
wouldn't
that
be I
still,
wouldn't be doing that, but
yeah,
I definitely have the tapping bat superstition, which is very hard to do hitting behind Brandon Murray, which I did one of the recent tournaments we played. Because he just hits everything out and he's just walking back past you.
hit and sit.
Yeah.
Okay, so note
Just
to
kind of
self: do not.
hold your
I'll
bat
hit
out and
behind
kind of
Cage.
try to tap it as he goes by.
It's okay. I'll hit behind Cage because he's faster than me anyway. So then we won't have that problem. So
We'll figure it out. We got to figure out a lineup still.
yeah, well, he's too young to play on the senior team. So,
Yeah.
but he might be running the lineup. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm sure I couldn't pass good enough to play on that team. That's for certain.
No.
I'm the weakest player.
Silliness. So, anything else you got for the people, or
Anything you want to
No,
add?
I'm pretty sure we covered just about everything right there.
yeah? I know it's late for you guys back there. That's what's so hard about the podcast. And we were talking about it earlier when we were on the phone. Is like 5 o'clock for us is that just getting off work time, but it's 8 o'clock for you guys. So
Yeah, which is overall okay. Like I called Bob up last night. We were sitting in here talking about some stuff. I was still working. Me, Dad, and Leslie. We find ourselves working late nights a lot of times.
He was yelling at me. Sell bats. It was like 8 o'clock at night.
It was about 8 o'clock your time. Yeah.
I made you call Josh.
Get up. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Well,
was priceless. He's like, why'd you tell him to call me? Because he was calling me. We talked about bats.
And that's the best thing though, right? Like, is that if you ever had to talk to anybody out here, it's a reasonable time still for us.
Yeah, you'll catch me working a lot more late nights than you do real early mornings. So it works out easier to communicate with the West Coast for certain.
Well, like you said last night, it's because you get a little bit more done because there's nothing going on.
Yeah,
Gives you that time
there's nothing going on. It's more quiet and calm around here, and it's just easier for us to get the stuff done behind the scenes.
Well, the phone's not ringing off the hook like crazy. I'm sure
That's
that
also
has a lot to do with it.
A lot of people don't know this actually. Our phones only ring from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. They will not ring any other time that's outside that. So if it's second it hits 4 p.m. to cut off, and they will not ring before 9 a.m. That is Eastern time.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, that doesn't work
just
for
goes
us
to
because by the time
voicemail,
I
right?
get you open.
Say again, Rachel?
It just goes to voicemail.
Yep, there's a voicemail. But our phones only ring from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Those are our office hours.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's huge. And then if anybody ever needs to reach you, you can always use the email. So
which is spbc@shortporch.net. You can find that on our
Does
website.
that go to all of you guys or just a certain couple of you?
We can all see it on our computers.
Okay.
Perfect. And then for warranties, it's usually what info at. Is that
No,
right?
anything you would need to reach us at if you needed to email us about anything. It's the same email. It's just
Okay.
that same contact email. It's spbc@shortporch.net.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we will let you get to your work or go hit some balls, and because I'm sure you guys will be hitting soon, and you still have to start up your Hit Tracks League out there, so you can make a little side hustle money.
Yeah, if we weren't so busy around here, I'd put some thought into it.
Yeah. Well, when Dave gets there, put Dave on it.
Yeah, just might.
Waiting to get yelled at for giving him another task.
Let's just give Dave a whole bunch of tasks. I think it's cool.
Well, no, because we need him to come out to Vegas to coach us and be that extra man on the roster. Well,
I'm sure he's going to slap me the next time he sees me. I keep teasing about not playing.
He might. So, well, we appreciate you coming on and everything that all the info you've given us, all the awesome gloves you're designing, all the info on the bat warranties. That's huge. And hopefully any reps that have any questions, reach out to us. And if you have to, you can reach out to Cage, email him, call him during business hours. If not, get a hold of us and we can connect you guys too.
Absolutely. If y'all need anything, y'all know how to get me.
Yep. Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Catch you later, brother.
Y'all have a good one now.
Okay. Bye.
Love that kid. I really,
Yeah.
truly do.
Well, and
Well
you know,
heart.
a lot of people just don't realize how hardworking Cage is. He works his butt off,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, especially that time when everybody's in Vegas. Him and Erica are running that whole place, and it's
Well, and they're
crazy.
still shipping bats to us when we're there. They're shipping product to us when they're there, overnighting it, have to run it down to UPS or FedEx. I mean,
Yeah.
not to mention all the orders that come in. I mean, that's a two people show right there. So
Yep. Well, and like he, you know, great point he made last night that, you know, Jeff, Leslie, and him, you know, work late at night because they can get some of the stuff done.
yep,
You know, Sean Thompson's putting the store in and that kind of stuff. So now you got to think they have to reorganize all the product into what the store is going to look
yep,
like.
yep.
You know, I'm sure they're having to rearrange some of the warehouse a little bit to do some of this stuff. Um, Ron, I will send you a message about it. Um, but yeah, so he works his butt off, and when he, you know, he'll go out and he'll take off for hunting and that kind of stuff, and he'll be
Yep.
offline just to recharge, so he can come back the next, you know, Monday or whatever, and do stuff. He's been awesome for me. I've texted him, hey, I need an order placed, and he'll get it done. So don't be
Again, I
afraid.
talk to him pretty much every day, whether it's a text message or something, and he's already working. He's already going Mach 1. It
Yeah,
really truly is, in every different direction. And
yeah.
this glove thing that he's running with, I mean, I know he's doing golf, and that thing's picking up. And now he went to gloves. I mean, and that thing's taking off.
Hmm.
It's just I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's found his position and what he should be doing and his
Yeah.
calling, so to speak.
Well, and you know, and he's still doing, you know, hits a lot of the bats for some
Yeah,
research and development type stuff. You know, helping out with, you know, getting some of those numbers that other people can't. Because, you know, even though he's not a big guy, he still
yeah.
puts up phenomenal numbers. You know, with the bats. So,
He's got a
um,
beautiful swing. I'm jealous. I really truly am. I wish I had half the power and eye like he has. He hits the
yeah,
ball very well.
yeah. And Dave also mentioned he's doing Mach 3 stuff with
Yeah, Mach
getting them
3, Mach. Yeah, again. Yeah.
ordering, you know, ordering jerseys
I mean,
and
think of how many hats he actually wears. I mean, and what
mhm.
he's doing, shipping stuff out. I mean, doing all the warranties, doing gloves, does research and development, ships out balls. I mean, yeah,
Yeah. So,
designs the gloves. It's just insane. That
yep.
kid's only 20 years old. I mean, and his ethic it's amazing. It truly is amazing.
Yeah. So, you know, if you guys get a chance and you've worked with Cage, you know, just make sure you let him know that we appreciate him because he really does. I mean, he'll answer the phone just whenever he can for you. And he doesn't forget too many things. So, Dave, I'll make sure I text him tomorrow for your golf balls too. So I'll make sure they get out. So we'll remind him for you.
Yeah.
Uh, but all right. Well, we appreciate you guys all logging on with us. Next week, we're going to have one or two other guests on that one of these, one of them is busy. So we'll have to I mean, we have some options. So I'll have to decide which one's coming on and which one works. And we will, you know, keep bringing you guys the content. And we're going to mix some stuff up with some of the stuff we bring. And we're just going to try and keep educating you guys. If you have any suggestions, any comments, questions, concern, get a hold of us. And we will catch you next week.
Love and peace. Have a good week. Catch us the
Yeah.
long haul bombers.
Yes. Don't forget this week, Long Haul Bombers on the 17th. We will
Watch
put out some
Bob
more.
don't swing and miss. Watch
If,
Hey, better yet, watch Rachel strike me out while we're alive.
if we get info on what time the heats and stuff are, we will let you know as well.
Yeah,
So,
I'm watching for the schedule. I'm looking. Every day I'm looking.
all right.
So,
Well, we will catch you guys later.
love and peace. Out.